little movement warm up. It's gonna be a little different. We haven't played this one yet. We're actually gonna add even more constraints to this standing game that we've been kind of warming up with. We're only going to go forehead to forehead with our hands behind our back. We can move each other around the mat however we want, but you lose if you disconnect from their forehead. All right, so like I'm looking to keep him. I'm looking to match him. Right, he's looking to match me at all times. Right, and don't engage, make eye contact.
I made a lot of eye contact.
All right. The purpose of this, for anyone wondering, is it's getting you used to matching their levels. Okay. It's also getting you used to managing distance with your head, which is you're only fighting a battle with your hands. It's like a whole new world whenever you realize, oh, I can also use my head as a weapon, right? So it's also going to get you used to like leading the dance, not just reacting, right? We don't want to necessarily just be reacting to everything they're doing. We want to be like looking to lead the dance ourselves. All right, so it's only 2 minutes. If you feel silly doing it, you only have to stop to do it for 2 minutes. There's no winning condition. We're just looking to get warm.
Get warm by making eye contact.
Yeah, if you get warmer if you make eye contact. Now we're going to add to that the same game we've been playing, hot hands. All right. Now we're going to stay forehead to forehead, right? But now we're going to start forehead to forehead, and now I can move my head to inside positions, right? I can move my head to inside position or to the chest, okay? So I want you to think about getting your forehead in their chest or their neck, right? We're going to start forehead to forehead.
Wait, you said this was, what is the name of this drill?
Hot hands.
Okay, making sure.
Right, but we're going to start forehead to forehead. That's just one thing.
Okay, I got you. Gotcha.
What's that?
Oh, we already have one.
We do. I'm just adding a little constraint.
This is a modified hot hand.
Yeah, it's just a modified hot hands. All right. So we're going to start forehead to forehead. Once we go, I'm looking to have more hands on him than he has on me. Okay. And then I'm looking to find inside position with my head. Okay. And maintain these grips for as long as possible. He's going to grip fight to get more hands back. He's going to try to work to get his head back to the inside position or to neutral. Right. We're just continuously working from here. Cool.
So we can grab like enough grips and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. We're just looking to have more hands on them. We're not looking for a body lock, take down. Okay. We're just adding a path for the last thing we did. A little more of a drill, but we'll actually do it live. So first thing, I want to go over a little bit of standing stuff today, right? Like so several of you have had nothing on standing yet, right? So first thing I'm gonna like to do when I approach is match head height. I think we've been over this many times, but just in case you need a refresher, I don't want my head way above his, which Chad and I are roughly the same height, right? But if he's in a good stance, guys, we're getting some form of stance. If I'm much higher than him, I give him easier access to my legs, okay? If I'm much lower than him, I give him easy access to a snap down. And sometimes you want to do this. You might want to bait a shot. I do this a lot. You might want to bait the head. I do this a little less because I'm a little more wary of my neck. But you can totally bait the neck. Hudson's really good at this. Match head height. Next, always protect our lead leg. Okay. Some form of a down block hand. So that if he's a size to shoot, I have something there at the wall to stop him. So I can start stuffing the head and getting out of there counters. All right. Next, once we make initial contact, I'm never looking to just reach up. Okay. I'm looking typically with my rear hand so I can maintain my down block. If you reach with your lead, at least be wary of your lead leg, okay, as we reach. I recommend reaching with your lead hand. I'm looking to make initial contact, and then once I've made one point of contact, now I can start making two. Okay, so I can come in like this. I'm never looking to just do this, and I'm never looking to just hang out here, because it's not super meaningful. I've just made connection. I've got a little bit of distance management going on, but if I do nothing else, I don't really have an effective grip, okay? So I'm looking to ideally transition from the shoulder post. I like to come up to a collar tie. I like the collar tie because I'm able to control his neck, and using my elbow, I'm also able to drive into him. So you kind of get a 2-for-1 grip out of this one, okay? Next, I like to look for inside bicep ties, okay? That's up to you. I want you to play with whatever grips you want, but play with collar ties, Play with double shoulder posts, play with double bicep ties, play with collar tie and wrist control. Play with all of it. Okay, take whatever grips you want. I'm just giving you some ideas to work from. Anything on the inside is what we're looking for.
Demo, what did you call it? The bicep tie?
Yeah,
Demo that.
a bicep tie. Yeah. So if I come in, I'm just looking to bring my thumb inside of the bicep here, and just have an inside tie like this, right? I always when I'm keeping the guy at bay, when I'm managing distance or pushing, I want my thumbs involved. Okay. When we're ready to pull, because we want him to step forward, we want to take some of that distance away. We're cool with him getting closer as long as it's on our terms, right? So when I'm ready for him to come close, I want to disengage the thumb, and I always pull with 5 fingers, whether I'm on the shoulder or I've got the thumb post now. I'm pushing, and I'm ready to pull. Transition to the tricep. Okay, we don't want our thumb in the way, but when we are managing the distance and pushing, we totally want our thumb. It doesn't seem like much, but it's a lot, and it typically we get to we can read the intentions of the guy long before he actually moves. Maybe not even cognitively, but your body will read where his weight's going and give you a chance to react much better if your thumb's involved. So there's a lot of reasons why you want your thumb involved. But when we pull, we're going to take the thumb away and pull. So the drill is I want you to take turns coming in, making some initial contact. We go 1, protecting my lead leg, 2. And I don't just hang out here. I want my head on the inside position too. We've been playing this game a lot, right? Hot hands, like the whole point. You're seeing it in action now, where like I'm looking to get inside position with my grips, and I'm looking to take an inside position with my head. Okay, from here, get some form of grip, right? Just grip the elbows just to make it easy to drill. All right, outside player, get some form of grip, but let them work a little bit on the inside position. Let them have the inside position. Once you've got the inside position, I want you to practice this idea of pushing him around the mat. Notice I use my head and I use my thumbs and I use my elbow and collar tie to drive him around. All right. When I'm ready to pull, remember all 5 fingers. Okay, I'm implicitly all 5 fingers with the collar tie. That's a different one, right? But all the other grips, I'm going to transition. When I want to set up a lot of my shots, I'm going to step away from the leg that I want to attack. So if I'm here, and I want to make this leg come to me, I'm going to step away from it, and I'm going to pull to make his leg come to me so that I can start setting my shots. Or if you want to start playing with your snap downs, all of it comes from this. I'm driving, he drives back into me, and we snap him down. So that's our cover.
No, you're good.
I don't want you to do too much. I just want to play with that, all right? Just explore the position. Not maximum resistance right now. I just want you to explore with those principles. Any questions on that? All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, we got a new game. This game is the same thing you're just doing, except one person's going to start with the inside position. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start with whatever grips you want. Your whole goal as the person with the inside grips is to touch one of their legs with your hands. You don't need to even lock your hands. I just want you to touch. Okay? Make sense? Easy enough?
Yes. Both hands?
No. Okay. I want you to specifically, I want you to touch a hand. All right. Get in there. All right. Let's see. Top player right now. Just keep your legs away. All right. Let's not try to get out of the inside position on the upper body. Just keep your legs away. So, same game we just played, except now, how many of you ran into a situation where you were here, and you put your legs far back? That's just what I'm doing. And you got right here, and you're like, I just can't get there. Anybody fight through this with their leg? I saw you keeping your legs far away at first. He was playing the rule set, which is smart, right? All right, so now, check this out, though. If Chad's really focused on keeping his legs away from me, look how long his body is. Look at where his head is in relation to his hips right here, if we freeze him. Okay? Anytime head, we've gone over this many times, right? When head's far above hips, it's easy to knock him off base. Or when it's really behind hips, right? It's even when we take our shots, right? If I go to take a shot right here and I just kind of do this, he's gonna sprawl and it's going to suck, right? So when we take penetration steps, we always want our head above our hips. I change levels and I get under him. You see how my head is much more in line with my hips, right? If I'm just here reaching, I'm going to get sprawled on all the time. Or at best, I'm gonna get this and he's just going to kick it right back, right? I'm not going to have a meaningful connection. But I'm going the opposite direction. I don't really have any leg power behind it. So what I want you to do now is the same exact game, except now you're also allowed to snap them down. Okay. We're looking to touch their hamstrings or make their palms touch the mat. Okay. I'm not looking to sprawl on them right now. Okay. Let's just baby steps. All right. So if he's playing that game, he's keeping it back. I'm going to bring my palm up to the crown of the head. Okay. I'm going to disengage the thumb, palm up, or palm up to the crown, and I'm going to yank my elbow or his face down towards my foot as I kick that foot back. His hands hit the floor. Okay, it's called a snap down, right? And his legs don't have to be that far back. We're exaggerating here, right? Because I'm giving you a 1-2, right? If I can make him take that step and I can shoot, that's great. But if I can't, I'm trying, well then I'll snap it down. Okay. Make sense? Any questions? All right, let's do 2 minutes of this, and we'll keep adding here. Start 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
What we're working on, if you haven't noticed, is starting to learn how to enter these singles, right? Whether it's a head outside or head inside, whatever it is, we're looking to set up these singles. The shot, in my opinion, is well, the timing is the most complex and the hardest part to get right, right? With pretty much everything in jiu-jitsu. The second hardest thing, in my opinion, to get right, thing that I consistently need to improve, is the shot itself. Just the timing and then the shot itself. So we're going to skip over for a second. We're going to go to the end game and actually practice from, okay, I have a single. What am I doing? All right. So the next game, one person is going to start with a leg trapped in between their legs. Okay. And the detail here, I want palm above the knee. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and give you that. Right. Generally speaking, I don't have nearly the amount of control if I'm just grabbing down here on the shin. Grabbing above the knee is going to give me a lot more control. Okay. Secondly, actually, no, I'm not going to give you anything else right now. I want you above the knee. Next thing I want you to do, I want you to find a way to put him on his back. And I want you to focus on freeing your leg, doing whatever you need to do to free your leg. All right. That's the goal. Hey, first off, be kind. If you know you got it, right? Let's make sure we take care of each other. If you're getting taken down, don't hold your breath. Don't try to post out. Don't try to attach to them. Just go ahead and take it down. Good. I want you to slap the mat. Let your breath out. Okay. Protect your chin. Don't let your head snap back. Slap the mat. Breathe out. Don't hold your breath. Recap last Monday, some of our chest-to-chest passing. We're going to add to a little bit today, but first let's just recap. All right, so first thing I'm looking to do, let's go, let me think. I'll just go like, all right. So last week we were working on passing chest-to-chest half with this far side underhook where we have a head and arm, okay? So we'll work this again real quick, just get a few reps, and then we're going to move on to a new variation. All right. So first, you can lock your hands however you choose. I prefer wrist over wrist because it also, especially if you get deep under that shoulder, it gets quite painful. Okay. Lock your hands however you want. Experiment. First thing I want to do is I must maintain a really strong cross face through this whole movement. Okay. So like right now, he's looking up at the ceiling. This is not a good cross face. Okay, so I'm going to take my ear to his cheekbone. Okay, next I'm going to drive my shoulder. This is going to line my chin up or my shoulder up with the end of his chin. Right, so the end of the lever in order to move his head. I'm going to use this in order to make him look away from me. Okay, at the same time, I'm going to look to start this action of taking my head towards the mat. Okay, pinning his shoulders, keeping his shoulder. The goal, keeping his shoulders pinned the entire time. Okay, as I drive him away from me, I start looking to come up and out towards the side. Okay, next, I start walking out at an angle. Okay, Now I'm going to use my shoelaces to start. I've got to free my knee. Okay, that's the whole like name of the game of chest to chest half passing is freeing the knee. So I'm going to use my shoelaces to kick forward. Try to keep a lock. Okay. Now he's just going to have my foot. All right. So now in here we're going to find the just top knee first. Kick off. Then I'm going to find the bottom knee. Kick off. Next, I don't want to just come up like this because he's just going to recover side guard. Okay. When I'm past, I want to maintain this cross face the entire time. Walk my hips to his hips, and then I can start to settle. Okay. So one more time. I've got my underhook. Can lock our hands. I want to use my shoulder to make him look away from me, and I want a really strong cross face in here. From here, here. I take my head to the mat. I start walking out at an ankle. Okay. Shoelaces. To free my knee to the mat. Top knee. Bottom knee. Walk my hips. To his hips. Stay connected to them the entire time. Questions on that? All right, let's do like 5 a piece of those because that's more of a review, and then we're gonna add one variation of that. Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3. Heard it. Again, this is probably the best position to pass from if you can get here, in terms of your success rate. So now let's cover a new scenario where I'm coming in for this. I've got this underhook, right? And I'm coming in for my cross face, but he's got a bicep tie. He's preventing the cross face. Okay. No problem. From here, I'm not going to be able to effectively make him look away from me. So instead, we're going to use our head as a post. When I see this, I'm going to bring my head down and bring to the other side to interfere with him. I'll have an underhook and a head post. Okay. I can base my hand out wide, and I can also use this to drive. Okay. Rest assured, as long as I keep his head in between my head and my underhook, I'm going to have a pretty good degree of control here. From here, it's much the same. I'm going to look to start walking out, use my shoelaces. Okay. But you've got to maintain his head the entire time. Okay. So we can still free our knees, kick. Once I'm here, he's likely going to post on my hip. Okay, this is last resort. It's like I'm basically free, right? I'm going to collect the elbow, and I'm going to look to take my outside knee. Oh, sorry, my inside knee to the armpit. Okay, keeping all this pressure. I don't want to do this because then he's just going to post on my chest and start pushing me back. Okay, I don't want to deal with that. I worked hard to get here. Okay, I'm here. I'm driving. Once I'm here, I can start to pull myself up and transition. Maintain that chest-to-chest connection.
So that's the hip switch.
Okay, yeah, it's much more like hip switch. Okay, here, I can start to drive him, collect his cross face, and settle. The one more variation that you can also run from here is the same head post, but instead of trying to use our shoelaces, instead I'll take this wide stance. And it looks like, at a glance, I'm making it easy for him to just elbow escape. He should be able to recover guard pretty easily from here, right? Go ahead. Right. Chad may not be able to. No, I'm just kidding. You should be able to try to get your.
Here, I'll get my hips back underneath.
Yeah, try to get.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Or you can get closed guard as well. It'd be a little too wide. Okay. But regardless, yeah. Go ahead. Go back. Just hard time. All right, right here. Thing about this is, I know that I'm vulnerable to some degree of his elbow escape right now. Okay, I've got everything else pretty well pinned, but if I put my hand right here, not touching his knee, but just below, above the knee, as he goes to try to bring his knee in, he'll just give me the pass. Okay, so go ahead. He'll just give me the pass.
Okay.
If he's wise to this, if he's not wanting to bring it in, we just kind of stall here, then I can post. I can shake my knee free. As soon as my knee is free of the leg, his knee line, I can just take it to the mat, and then it's much the same. Okay. Questions on that? All right, let's run that for the next 5-10 minutes and then we'll call it there. All right. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Let me be a little clearer about some of this. All right, so right here, I'm coming in, I'm trying to get my cross face. He blocks me. I immediately shift down. I get head to head. Okay. I'm pinching in my head with against my underhook. I close this hand out. I can even use this to drive. All right, this is actually has one major benefit against the last, where this form of passing, like my base is the size of this. Okay. But here, my base is way out here. So I've got way more base with this form. Okay. Once I'm here, I can start to tripod up. Okay. My hips can become light. As long as I keep him trapped between my between my underhook and my head, we're gonna be pretty he's gonna be pretty well pinned. From here, I stay on the balls of my feet and I start walking out at an angle. Okay. At a certain point, now I can use my shoelaces to start freeing my knee, get a good look. Okay, getting my knee to the mat, and then from here, I can kick. If he posts on my hip, grab the elbow, pull up, take my knee to the armpit, and there is our settle right there. The key details I wanted to convey. After you get your head posted and you've got your base, your hips can become light. You should tripod up, and then you start walking out at an angle. Okay. Then once you walked out at an angle, you're already weakening the lock of the half guard. Then you use your shoelaces to finish it. Okay. Does anybody have a question on that? I'll still be walking around, but that all makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. 1, 2, 3. grapplebjj.com. If you your first class is free, come in anytime. We got pay what you want discount for law enforcement, military, first responders, hospital workers. Got a good crew. We have fun. We don't take ourselves too seriously. Come by anytime. See ya.